Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Philip Pirrip, a young orphan boy living in England, is taking on an extravagant journey away from his home when an anonymous benefactor leaves him with a huge fortune. He moves to London and transforms himself into a mix of his own version of a gentleman and society's version. The lessons he learns throughout the novel are generally realistic and teach the reader about very real issues, like how one act of kindness can change a person's life forever. Philip Pirrip, also known as Pip, lives with his older sister and her husband. His sister raises him violently at times, and he turns out to be a sensitive and kind-hearted young man. He generally tries to be a good person and has a very strong conscience. He longs for advancement from his previous lifestyle, and though he ends up a true gentleman, it was not without a rather jagged and testing journey. Mrs. Joe Gargery, Pip's sister and caretaker, tends to be unpleasant and quick to anger. She believes in using force to get what she wants. She's a proud woman and very big on social standing. Mr. Joe Gargery is married to Pip's sister. He is a blacksmith and a father figure for Pip. He is simple and very tolerant, which happens to be the opposite of Mrs. Joe. He loves Pip very much, like a father and a son. He doesn't ask for much, and is generally content with his life. He is one of the most influential people in the book for Pip. Abel Magwitch is an escaped convict, introduced into the beginning when he terrorizes Pip. He was deeply impressed with Pip's kindness, and takes it upon himself to further Pip's transformation. He becomes Pip's anonymous benefactor, and foots the bill for his every whim and his education. He calls himself Pip's second father. He was crucial in the development of Pip's character. Miss Havisham is an eccentric, rich, elderly lady. She lives at her mansion, Status House, with her adopted daughter, Estella. She always wears a wedding gown, and has her clock stopped exactly at 20 minutes till 9. She is heartbroken from being jilted at the altar, and as for revenge against men, she trains Estella to break hearts. She is unable to see the pain and suffering she is putting Estella and Pip through until the very end. Her redeeming qualities show when she begs for Pip's forgiveness at the end of the novel. Estella is Miss Havisham's adopted daughter. She is brought up to hurt men and use people. The moment Pip meets her marks the beginning of his hunger for advancement. She is cold and hateful toward most people, especially Pip. She does have a heart, but it isn't seen until she discourages Pip from pining after her, telling him she has no heart. In the end, Pip and Estella are again reunited and spend the rest of their lives together. Jaggers is the lawyer we first meet at Status House. He is hired by Magwitch to give Pip his fortune. He is a prominent criminal lawyer and is feared by most. He is portrayed as stoic, but it is obvious he cares for Pip throughout the novel. This novel is set in England in the 1900s. Social standing has become less important, but is still in place. Industry is becoming bigger, and people are wary of the changes it's bringing. If the setting were to be changed to England in the present day, many things, such as escaped convicts leaving the country easily, and children living on a fortune with little adult guidance, would never occur. Great Expectations is narrated by Pip. He is reflecting on his younger years. He describes the emotions he felt and what it was like living in a time where money and social status meant almost everything. Pip narrating the story lends a sort of childlike quality to it. It makes the story interesting and filled with many emotions. Who better to narrate Pip's life than Pip? Anyone else would have changed a lot, like the feeling of true passion and love in some places, and the bone-chilling fear in others. Another narrator would have made the story distant, as if it had been less likely to happen, or not happen at all.
Some of the themes seen throughout Great Expectations are self-worth, which we see as Pip goes on this journey to make himself a gentleman, to be worth more in society's view. Another theme is human compassion, which we see when Pip the child brings food to Magwitch, even though he is treated harshly. Another theme is good versus evil, which is shown through the relationship between Compayson and Magwitch, both convicts. Also, a battle of conscience is seen, what is right versus what they want, which we see when Pip decides not to take any more money from the fund that Magwitch provided. Also included is the changing of hearts. The convict Magwitch was changed by Pip's one small act of kindness in the beginning.